Welcome to another episode of the Lovers and Friends podcast, Dating and Marriage God's Way.
Lovers and friends, welcome into episode 3 of this Kingdom reality production. And so to all of our engaged and dating couples out there, this here episode is especially for you. And so we invite you to just get that latte, get that tea. Listen, stay locked in so you can stay loaded with all that's about to go down in this conversation. You don't want to miss it. It's about to be good.
So to ensure you don't miss an episode of the Lovers and Friends podcast, make sure you subscribe to TCJ Studios on YouTube. Also, you can find us on Apple and Spotify platforms as well.
Yes, so let's get on into this intimacy discussion, lovers and friends. Let's get into it.
World, get ready, get ready.
They've never done this before.
They've never done this.
They gonna be they naturals though, y'all. They naturals. They might look a little shy, but they got a lot of power behind what they got here.
I believe so.
Don't get it twisted. A lot of oil dripping on this anointed couple. So
yes.
I received them.
That's it.
There it is.
Well, welcome.
Thank
Welcome
you.
To the Lovers and Friends podcast. Akeisha and Dennis.
Yes. Welcome, y'all.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
This is a very special couple here to the Lovers and Friends podcast.
Yeah.
Very special couple, new on the block to the Lovers and Friends podcast, right?
Yeah. God just does amazing things.
He does.
Even before we was going to do this series, we prayed that we would, because we're in the intimacy series, right? Intimacy into me, see, right? So we're into this series, but we did pray to God, like, God, we need a couple, an anointed couple. You hear that? Anointed couple. We need an anointed couple who is in the process of dating, but also we'll be getting married also. So we prayed like, okay, God, who was that? Do we even know anybody? And we met y'all a couple of months back.
Yeah.
And just had a great time, just eating and just vibing and just chopping it up and just having real talk and real conversation.
Yes.
So God put y'all in our lives and we're in this series, and God brought y'all into this series that, God brought it that y'all would be the couple to be able to share, y'all testimony, and just to see what it looks like, intimacy as a dating couple.
Yes.
I think people need to see that.
Yes.
We touch on the marriage and, on that side, but just to have a couple to be able to share, we're just grateful that y'all are, here with us.
Absolutely.
So, thank
you for having us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have the great pleasure to have the Lai-Fook Lovas-2-Be.
To be.
So to be continued.
Coming soon, y'all.
Coming soon to a theater.
Up and coming. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
So,
I'm excited.
So we're excited to have y'all tonight, and definitely want to dive in a couple of things with y'all, and y'all will be able to share with the public. But we want to get to know a little bit about y'all.
The Lai-Fook.
Yes, the Lai-Fook Lovas-2-Be.
Yes.
So who are y'all? Explain who y'all are in the world.
As a couple, we are two twins that found each other.
Mm-hmm.
Two twins.
Two twin spirits that went around a whole bunch of life and ended up finding each other. I think the one thing that makes us unique is that we share the same family heritage. both being from Trinidad. Well, our families both being from Trinidad.
Wow.
Both being from New York. Both having 4 children. Both having a set of twins within those 4 children. And having the same layout of 3 girls and a boy. So, I mean, at first, I thought she was messing with me.
I thought he was AI. I'm like,
something don't add up. It's like, me too. Me too. What you mean, you too?
A lot of similarities.
Yeah.
A lot of similarities.
a lot of similarities.
Get out.
And ironically enough, so spoiler, we met online. Don't judge me. Don't judge us. Life is busy, and I can't trust y'all folks.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah, so we both met each other on the Stir app. It's not a plug for Stir.
Wow, I never heard of it. But,
Yeah, it's for single parents.
For single parents.
Wow.
We both told each other this. It was like, I was getting ready to delete that thing.
Wow.
Because it just was not working.
Wow.
I felt like I was wasting my time.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's a small glimpse into our journey.
Little snippet.
So altogether, y'all have how many children?
8. So hashtag we on 10.
Wow. 8.
Or my mom says 8 is enough.
Old TV show. I've never seen that.
Y'all know, for y'all young Thundercats,
Right.
that was actually a show. You showing our age while I saw my age.
Right.
But
In a reality series, not joking.
Wow.
Wow.
So what makes y'all both unique as a couple? What's the uniqueness of this?
You never, I don't want to say never, but it's very rare to find 2 people that have so many similarities that come to find each other organically that aren't set up
Come on, sir.
by somebody else. Which is kind of, oh, you know, Aisha, I know somebody.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Right.
Y'all would be all right.
Right.
If you remind me of somebody, I really think y'all should meet. It wasn't that. It literally by happenstance, and we were both. Well, I was frustrated
Wow.
just by my experiences. And I can't speak if you were frustrated or not. But yeah,
I was
That's actually
heartbroken. I was heartbroken and
Wow.
still trying. I asked God so many times to just help heal me
Right.
because it was just a very long journey trying to get over my past.
Right.
I got this idea to write to my future husband, and so much of that was brought to life when I met him.
Wow.
And it's much more than having things in common. It was just pretty much like his patience. Like he compliments me, he calms me down.
Wow.
He's truly a supportive person.
Yeah.
And he's just kind all around, not just to me as a woman, but
Right.
his fellow brethren. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
That spoke volumes to me. So yeah, it was more than just having so many things in common. And we just said maybe half of what we have in common, but
Wow.
yeah, the list goes on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how long have you been dating though?
2 years.
2 years.
2
Yeah.
years.
2 years and some change now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm dating now.
Yeah. Some of that.
Yeah. Okay. 2 years exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly
Some of
2
that.
years.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
Yeah.
To what date? To what?
May 14th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So a little part of that is we actually matched May 7th, and we made it official May 14th.
Wow.
Yeah.
7 days.
Yeah. 7 days.
Number completion. Come on, go.
That's it.
Yeah.
See you.
Come on, bro.
What did God do in 7 days?
Yeah, she like numbers.
Many things. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And so now you are officially
Yeah.
engaged.
Engaged.
Come on. Got the ring.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't let it blink off the lights.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So engagement day was when?
May 14th.
May 14th.
Wow.
Wow.
Come on,
Wow.
sir. Come on, sir.
I'm not gonna make it easy for myself. So for y'all singles out there, right? If you struggle with keeping dates, I'm just saying, you consolidate everything into one day, right? Feel me? That's one big gift, and you good.
That's how you do it, man.
She may not go for it.
I know.
She may be watching this episode, right?
That's
Yeah.
good.
I love it. Well,
That's good.
official congrats
Yeah.
Thank you.
to you both from the Lovers and Friends podcast.
Thank
to which
you.
are now
Thank
part
you.
of. My gosh.
And y'all look happy.
Yes, genuinely.
We are happy.
Genuinely.
We do a lot to make this genuinely happy for both of us. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Intentionality.
Yes.
Definitely.
And
Intentionality.
It takes intentionality and it takes patience and support. We've all seen the videos and reels of, you know, couples who've been married for a while, and it sound like one in particular. I don't remember their names. I just remember a lady and her husband sitting on a couch or at a table. And she's like, sometimes, like, you know, you just come in and make it known. Like, I got 20%, and you know, he'll be like, I got to pick up that other 80.
Yeah.
It's a nice concept, right? But sometimes two people only have 10%, and one of you has to pick that up.
Yeah.
There are moments where I am beat up from work and I just want peace.
Right.
But then I come into her presence, in her space, and I see her stressed out, and I'm just kind of like, not that I have to pick it up, but I need to neutralize military people. I'm not military, but you understand what I'm saying. We have to shut everything down right now, right? Everything needs to get to a quiet place, and things need to be sorted out before it explodes.
Correct.
So it's about neutralizing that. So if I walk in and it's, you know, dishes aren't done and she's stressed out, just go sit down somewhere. Let me take care of that and give her that time to really kind of balance out, because I know that it's going to help us later, right? Because if we don't level out the friction in the air, you're not going to have any kind of peace later on.
Yeah.
And
it's
that has been consistent.
And that's good.
That has been consistent.
That's good.
Amazing.
The first day he came over, he started sleeping. And that's still his personality.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Amazing. I love it. Well, we're going to get ready to go a little deeper into this intimacy conversation. And so as you both know, the Loves and Friends podcast and the overarching ministry of the Conqueror's Journey, you know, our focus is to bring awareness to how important it is to break the cycles of dysfunctions that many of us have inherited from our family of origin and our upbringing. And so we want to talk about how family dynamics influences our intimacy, right? Because family dynamics influence our intimacy. You know, what you learn and what you didn't learn about intimacy is going to influence and impact how you move and how you show up in your relationships later. And so, you know, for me personally, I can recall in my family of origin, not necessarily witnessing the most healthiest of intimate relationships when it came down to marriage and all those things. I witnessed some very dysfunctional things, and even as I grew up into my adulthood, my young adulthood, I started to notice more of some things that were not the healthiest of marriages and intimate relationships. And so as you both reflect on your upbringing and your family of origin, can you speak to anything that you may have witnessed, healthy or unhealthy, and how those experiences may have shaped how you view intimacy today, especially in this present relationship?
I'll lead. I think we spoke about this in our very first conversation. You know, my parents are still together. They're still married. They've been married about 38 years.
Amazing.
But I've always witnessed many toxic traits. They had a tumultuous relationship. So I pretty much learned what not to do from them.
That's good.
I was the quiet child, the reserved child, so I didn't really speak up the way my other siblings did, but I retained a lot of that, and I took a lot of that with me. And it ultimately kind of made me afraid in my very first relationship.
Wow.
And so, I mean, I end up kind of reliving some of what my parents went through when it comes to like abuse, substance abuse, physical abuse. And so with those two relationships, I learned a lot.
Wow.
And I learned what I didn't want and how to have boundaries.
Gotcha.
And so I just set the tone from the very beginning, like be very transparent about my past, and he did the same.
Gotcha.
And so, you know, I just put my foot down from the very beginning. Like, this is what I'm used to, and this is what I'm also trying to unlearn. And I don't want this, you know. I want to be in a very respectful, loving relationship that my parents could witness, but also my children could witness. So the whole family could, you know, reap the benefit of our relationship. So that's my past.
I think that's amazing.
That's good.
That's so amazing because of your awareness. It's so amazing. And first, starting with the fact that you noticed that there were some things that you needed to take note of what not to repeat. Because that's so common for us to repeat so many things from our upbringing. That's the dysfunctional side, the dysfunctional portion. But for you to take notice of, because sometimes God does that. He puts us in situations so we can take notes on what not to do. Not just what to do, but don't do this. Right? Exactly. You see some of the consequences, you see some of the outcomes. Don't do that, right? So I think that's amazing. That's amazing.
And that was some of the things that you told my bro. Those are some of the things you had a conversation. And I think a lot of times that conversation,
vulnerability, it
doesn't happen a lot of times. A lot of women don't value themselves to have that type of conversation, to even share. Like, hey, this is my value. Like, this is what, you know, this is my past. This is what I experienced, but this is what I'm looking forward to, you know, in relationship. So I think that's awesome.
Absolutely.
To be able to do that, to have that conversation, for sure. You know.
So ironically, that's one of the things that we also have in common. My parents unfortunately did not stay married. They got divorced when I was 10.
Wow.
And for me, their relationship showed me all the things that I don't want. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, I'm a latchkey kid. So TV raised me.
Yeah, I feel
right?
You. Yeah.
So I had a lot of time to watch Family Matters, Step by Step, all that stuff. I got to see the love on TV. And then when you do the side-by-side comparison, you go, something ain't right. Like, I don't get the warm and fuzzies. And we don't sit down at the dinner table and have dinner as a family and stuff like that. It's very fragmented and, you know, on edge. So I knew I didn't want that.
Gotcha.
So for me, this would be my second marriage. And in my first marriage, it wasn't what I thought it would be. And I think part of that is the fact that it wasn't Christ-centered.
Gotcha.
Right? I was in a unchurched position in life. So there are a lot of things that I know now, right, that have changed me from who I was to who I am now.
Gotcha.
And that's critical. Again, the similarities just keep popping up. What solidified her for me, still talking through the app. And I'm just kind of, well, I'm at church, like, you know, just trying to get her into the church.
Gotcha.
One of the things I want to do, I want somebody that's going to be by my side in church. And I sent her the link, and she knew who my pastors were, and I'm just kind of like, come on, man.
What?
This ain't even right. Like, somebody is fooling.
Right.
Wow.
And it just kept getting better and better. But I'm jumping a little.
No, it's all good.
But
Love it.
But yeah, just recounting everything from, you know, previous marriage and what I saw growing up. There were some non-negotiables. I know that's not a very marriage-like term, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
But there were some things where it's kind of like, I'm not going to deal or stand for that, right? So for single men out there and single women, like, I love her so much that I can't fathom, even in jest, calling her out of her name.
Wow.
Like we played this role early on in the relationship, and I couldn't do it. And then y'all watched the Boondocks, the episode where Tom, look at me when I'm talking. The episode with I think it was Tom and Usher or whatever, and Pimp Named Slickback was like, you know, tell him to get in the car, B word, and he was just kind of, you get in the car. I couldn't do it. I cannot do it. That's how deep and genuine the love is.
That's good.
If I can part my lips to say that, I'm probably going to part ways with you.
Wow.
And I never wanted to come to that, because that to me is beyond the disrespect. That is, I can't do it. So, young man, if you're out there, call by her name, not by what you hear in them songs.
That was a mutual, non-negotiable respect. I want to respect my future husband, and that starts now. That's something that I saw in parts, but it was also conditional. And I don't want to be like that.
My God.
I don't want my kids to see that. I don't want my son to see me disrespecting a black man. I don't want my girls to see me disrespecting a black man. So that to me is like, of course I love you and I want to respect you, but our children, they need to see us respect and show up for each other. And so that it trickles in the home.
That's good.
So
And that there is what you call a cycle breaking.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, right there.
So I mean, that is one thing that I definitely want to do. I've always wanted to do something around like generational wealth. Part of that is, building the foundation for the children.
Right.
And just catching them early. Just coaching them up, guiding them the way they're supposed to be guided, and showing them that, there's love behind it. So I walked in right away. And I always told her, I was just kind of like, we have to be equal on both sides. Like, all the kids have to be involved. All the kids have to feel loved.
They do,
but at the same time, all the kids have to feel disciplined.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
It comes both ways.
Right? So
it comes both ways. Definitely.
You cannot. There cannot be a weakness in this.
No, not at all.
So if it's 10 o'clock and somebody wants ice cream and I say no,
okay, come on.
She has to say no.
Right. Exactly.
That's one of those moments where it can't be like,
Right. Exactly.
Because then you tilt that scale, and now they know who they can go to for certain things. And then they'll put you against each other. What are you doing with that? Oh, mom said I could have it.
Right.
And now I have to do that that stern walk back into the other room. Just, did you tell?
Right.
And nobody wants to do that.
Right.
Not at all.
Y'all got some things established already.
This is before the wedding.
Before the wedding. I hope y'all
and
listen
that's
to
laying foundation before the wedding. That's so dope. And the things that, like y'all were saying, y'all honor each other.
Yes.
Honor goes a long ways,
It
man.
does.
It really does go a long ways. And you could see the honor that y'all display even with each other. So it's awesome to see that as being a foundation for where God has taken y'all. You know what I mean? To set just on honor alone, honoring each other. And you're right. It's like even with the children and the kids, it's like everybody has to be included. If one doesn't feel, a part, that could shatter a whole lot of things. Just even raising them up, you know what I mean? So it's good that everybody is included, because I know a lot of households, there's a lot of, when it's blended families, it can get messy.
So
we know.
the hard part, for me at least, is, so we both have older teenagers. And the hard part is, like, I missed a lot of critical time. So I'm coming in, on the brink of manhood. So it's just kind of like, I'm playing double dutch with barbed wire. I don't know how to get in.
You said barbed wire, so you won't get cut.
Right, so it's like, because my mother had a relationship after my father, so it's like, I know that relationship didn't work out between me and him. Like, I just, in my teenage angst, like, I didn't give him a fair chance. I was just kind of like, you are a part of the foolishness, so dead to me.
Right.
But now coming in, it's just kind of like, well, I'm older. He's older. How do I form this relationship and minimize any sort of resentment, any sort of like, it's anything like that. And part of that is having that conversation early. It's just kind of like, listen, it's like, your dad is always your dad. I'm not trying to replace him. I'm the bonus dad.
Right.
I want you to have that relationship, because my father unfortunately passed away. So I know the impact that had on me, and I want him to always have that opportunity. I'm teaching a lot, because he's not in the home.
Right.
I don't know where, what
Right.
emotions are spinning around. So it's just kind of like, hey, listen, even if he's not around, forgiveness.
Yeah.
Right? Cherish that.
Sure.
Cherish that moment.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not here to replace.
Right, exactly.
But, don't lose focus of what you have.
Yeah.
I think one of the most impactful conversations that I had with the kids, it's a little dark for bedtime, but it's just like, doing a nice little big old prayer, and I go around to, youngest to oldest or whatever way I go around, it's just like, what do you want to thank God for right now? So when they start throwing out vague things, trying to be funny, it's like, I'm thankful for my couch, thankful for my pillow.
Right.
It's just kind of like, you do realize how blessed you are to have a mother, a father, a roof over your head, people that love you. Like, it's more than just stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there are people out there who would love another moment with anybody,
true.
uncle,
true.
whoever.
It's true.
But you have to kind of keep that, in front of them so that they're appreciative.
Yeah.
Because life moves quick.
It does. It does. It does move quick.
Amazing.
That's good. Wow. They be dropping some gems.
I'm telling you, they are teaching.
They teach.
Y'all teaching us.
Y'all
We
teaching
never
us.
to 18 years in, but we're still learning. And y'all are definitely dropping some nuggets tonight.
So basically with this intimacy series, we say intimacy, but also into-me-see, right?
Yes.
How would y'all define intimacy? Even while y'all are dating, while y'all are engaged, what does that look like to y'all? How would y'all define intimacy? Being engaged.
Constantly learning each other.
Wow.
And keeping God at the center,
Yeah.
That's key for sure.
I think one of the biggest things that I heard was actually recently at church was, if we butt heads on anything, I'm taking it to God. There are times when I'm frustrated and it has nothing to do with her.
Right.
And I have to get to a place where I'm just kind of like, Lord, please silence my emotions. Please take these thoughts from my head, because I am sitting here doing all sorts of negative thinking, and I'm going down the line. And as my pastor had said in the sermon, it's just kind of like, oh, if she say this, then I'm gonna say that. If she say this, I'm gonna bring up that
dialogue. Yeah.
Wow.
Throw it away.
Cast down those imaginations.
There are times where you have to lock in and just silence my emotions, Lord. Help me shed this weight.
That's good.
Help me put down this bag. I'm not here to take this offense.
That's it.
That's good.
I know I had nothing to do with it, or maybe I did do something. Lord, forgive me and give me the words to rectify the situation. Right. Speak to me to let me know what needs to be done.
For me, it's communication. I'm a very direct and honest person. But getting to know him, I had to learn patience. I move swiftly with my communication, and he takes his time. But we found, a rhythm, and in that rhythm, transparency and communication was always like at the pinnacle of it. And so that intimacy for me is built on the communication. No matter if it's a good feeling, a bad feeling, I'm open. And honestly, I think my openness and my directness has showed him he can be vulnerable and he could be open as well. So I really feel like that helped us a lot.
That's good.
Just me being open and me just bringing everything, up right on time, and not waiting. But that definitely helps us, and I think we've grown a lot.
That's good. I mean, you said a word that you said rhythm.
Yes.
Intimacy is a dance. It's about being synchronized together. If one is off, it throws the whole relationship. Or throws the whole dance off. So the rhythm is definitely key. To find that rhythm, there's a lot of people who are married that still don't know the rhythm of their marriage. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that y'all found a rhythm to, even if you you can still catch her. You know what I'm saying? And be like, no, I got you, babe. So him being the head and leading, also you flowing with him. You know what I'm saying? It's all about a dance at the end of the day. So I like that. Rhythm's good. That's good. I like that.
I love it. You mentioned communication as well. I love how, like you said, you had to find a rhythm because you're swift. He's more.
And it's something that you have to be receptive to.
Yes.
So one of the biggest unspoken things about relationships is sorting out the things that you picked up from the world and your circle. What works for what works for y'all,
right? Might not work for you.
Yes. Unlearning.
Unlearning. 100%. You have to
bro, that's
unlearn.
That's the biggest piece. Like, that's probably was one of my biggest challenges was the comparison. Like comparing like what somebody else might have in their marriage and what we might not have. I've always was like, well, I don't have that. I don't have the house. I don't have what they got. And always comparing and be like, put myself in bondage. You know what I'm saying? And even some of the things that might work for them and how they might, get over some things might be different for us.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we have to walk out our own journey. That's real talk, though. That is real talk. So that's some of the struggles there. Sometimes as a man, sometimes we just see stuff and be like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Things that you may have been doing your whole life.
Right.
That this person now.
Right.
It ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
I've been doing this for 30 plus years.
Exactly.
I'll tell you the first second I see it, that's not gonna work.
Facts. Yeah. That's real facts.
Amazing. So when we talk about communication and building and maintaining that communication, which is very necessary for not just engagement but marriage as well, right? What does it look like for you both, to build a safe and vulnerable environment where intimacy can flourish when it comes down to communication?
So we listen and we don't judge before the reel started.
Okay. Yeah.
Tell me something. I remember one day I was just in a space. I came over and I sat next to her and I just started talking about my teenage years.
Wow.
We were sitting there, whatever we were watching on Netflix was trash. It just started and the TV ended up going off and I probably had maybe about, I would say, almost an hour, give or take. And she was just very appreciative of that. And in that moment where she was just letting me go and just kind of unpack, that helped me a lot because I got to unpack, put that away, close that door, and just let that go. And also share those experiences with her. Share those thoughts. What I think is funny, she may not find funny.
Right.
But she just took that all in stride. And in on the other side of it, she can tell me anything.
It's good.
And I have to be willing to receive that.
Yeah.
Even if it's down to a conversation that she had with someone today, it's just leaning on her. It's about, hey, I'm the third person, so I'm not directly involved, so I can say whatever I want. So it's just kind of like, I think it was coming from this place. Don't hold on to that. Right. It's not worth holding on to.
Right.
Throw that away.
Wow. So how did you come to that space? What made you feel safe with Akeisha when you decided to sit down and just start spilling out those teenage years?
I don't have the words for that.
I got you.
It was literally just, hey, you know what? It's just like one of those.
You just knew.
I was just mentally, I was in a capacity where just kind of like, just go.
Wow.
Just open up. If she's willing to receive it, she receives it. And I think for me mentally and spiritually, maybe, it was how is she going to react to all this information? Because you can pour out to somebody and get no response. I call that the news anchor response. When you go through this whole thing and you pour everything out, and they're like, well, back to you, Tom. And it's just kind of like, well, this friendship is not coming back anymore.
Right. So you basically took a risk.
Yeah.
Well, from my perspective, though, I know our shirt says, our love language is prayer, but
absolutely,
my love language is communication.
Yeah.
I love engaging, and one of the things for me was to reciprocate. If he is patient and understanding and constantly there for me and not judgmental, I can do the same. Right. So when he communicates, I have to listen and don't judge.
And that's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we taught each other how we wanted to be loved. Outside of asking that question, it took time. But we're growing and we've grown. And
that's good. I think that's one of the biggest challenges for men, because she always says this, "Hey, I want to know the deeper conversations," because sometimes we give the surface a lot. Right? Surface. If I give her the surface, I'm good. But the sometimes to share those deep things. It's not that I don't trust her, but sometimes as men, we just always want to feel like, I got this, I'm strong, you know what I mean? And don't want to burden you a lot of times, because we know as women, y'all have a lot going on emotionally as well. So to dump what I have on that emotion as well sometimes can be like, but to learn how to navigate and still speak those things, to be like, no, I can actually share, you know what I mean? Some things that I'm feeling intimately, she's able to handle it, you know what I mean? Because that's who she is to me. She's my wife, she's my rib. She's there to be able to hear the deep conversation. So that's a lot of times the struggle, sometimes even with myself, like to share those deep things, you know what I mean? Because a lot of brothers don't do that, you know what I mean?
We compartmentalize, we throw it over our shoulder.
Exactly.
Into that bag, and I'll deal with that later.
You know what I mean? And sometimes we don't think it's that deep, but a lot of times it can be that deep. So.
And I love how you said that you just don't want a burden.
Yeah, a lot of times you feel like it's a burden.
But it's amazing how God built us as women to be nurturers. Yeah. And there's strength in being nurturers. We're not that weaker vessel necessarily, like society likes to paint a picture of us. We are built, especially when God is our center, like you said earlier, we are built to be able to handle that weight, that brick that's coming at us when they need to drop and they need to bend, they need to dump it all. We're built. We're built.
That's right.
We're built for it. Yeah. We can do all things through God's strength. Yep. So, next question for y'all. Through the stages, because y'all have a lot going on. So how do y'all, a lot of good things, a lot of great things. So how do y'all maintain still the intimacy in this engagement, even with the children and life and jobs and stuff like that? How do y'all still remain to have your intimacy at that level, even dating still, you know what I'm saying, and in this intimacy level, being engaged? How do y'all navigate, you know what I mean, the intimacy, or how do y'all still implement that with all of that going on?
I think God graces us for it. I mean, there's really no cookie cutter way to that answer besides like having a relationship with Him. And just keeping prayer in our relationship and making sure that, we pray for each other. We pray for the people who we come in connection to. Just prayer. Because sometimes I really don't know.
Wow.
I really don't know other than God.
Prayer is important. So we both have multiple apps to give us devotionals and stuff like that. And one of the things, even if she's mad at me, I'm just calling her. Just call her and just get silence, like going wait for her to just.
You're right.
We're gonna pray. Right. There are times where I'll read it and I'll go to bed and I'll still call her. She'll call me and be like, "No, we don't pray." And then even after that, like just praying for each other.
That's good. So intentionality is some of the things that y'all both spoke on. So you have to be really intentional, even to find time to do the stuff that's going on in your lives, because of so much that's going on. Y'all both find the time
Yeah.
Either you find it or you make it.
Make it, correct.
You try to
And I
combine
think that's the
things.
piece
So
right there.
with all the kids and everything going around, sometimes, you know, the only alone times we get is at church, midweek service.
Gotcha.
You know, sometimes only the alone times we get is in the sanctuary.
Right.
And, you know, that is our time.
That's good.
And we'll you know, show up like this.
Show up like that.
And try to absorb and just, you know,
that's good.
Talk to each other and just, you know, sometimes we get a note on the notes, you know, write a little scribble something down, and, you know, maybe we'll discuss it in the car. We might discuss it Friday night. You know, whenever it surfaces up or whenever it settles, that's it.
Yeah. And it's usually always a message that, like, if things are going awry or it's negative or whatever is on us and we just having a hard time, it's always a message that shuts all that down. Like, we can show up to church and the pastor is talking to us very loudly and humbling me, humbling him, and all you could do is walk out, you know, and just be like, you know what, thank God. It's funny. Like, it wasn't even that serious. I need to learn. I need to do better. And if it's not the pastor, it's a sermon like, you know, Pastor Taya, Jumpstart. Or even something that somebody else is going through, you know. So that helps us a lot.
That's amazing.
That is good.
Wow. Well, what you thinking?
No, you go right.
Okay. I don't want you to lose
No.
your thought. So we are going to move into a discussion on the different types of intimacy. And so, you know, there's, you know, physical intimacy, there's the intellectual intimacy, there is emotional intimacy, and then there's spiritual intimacy. So let's talk about emotional intimacy with you guys. So how do you build and maintain emotional closeness and vulnerability?
Through communication and just being open. I don't like to speak when I'm angry. So if I'm upset, I'm quiet as kept.
Gotcha.
And I will just be in the background doing something until I can shake that off and I'm ready to address the situation, because I've officially released the offense. I've released the moment and I can speak to it without using any kind of harsh words or harsh language. I'm not perfect.
No.
I limit myself to 10 cuss words.
God's grace is sufficient.
You're talking to somebody who used to sound like the love child of Red Fox, Birdie, and George Carlos. Every other word was, you know what I'm saying? I'm limiting myself to 10, and even them 10, like, you really gotta get me going to get that 10. Right? So it's that. It's that constant, like, I know she wants to talk and I'm not ready to talk. I don't want to talk to her. But I have to sit here and I have to have this conversation with her, and I have to give it my all. I can't half it, and if I don't have it, she's giving me the grace to say, baby, I don't have the answer for you right now. I don't have the words for you right now. And she will come back to me. She did like a round table. It will come real quick. It's Tuesday.
Like, what's going on?
It's a week. Go ahead, talk.
In 85 hours.
Wow.
But it's that, and just that, and keeping everything open and just continuing to talk. She doesn't like surface level stuff. I like surface level stuff. I like to build into it to see where you are. Like, if you're not in front of me, you know, what are you doing? Like, I'm big on tone. Like, I can hear it. It's just kind of like, ooh. Like, what? Who did it? You know, it's like when you call somebody on the phone. You call your significant other on the phone, and you get a what?
Bro. The tone.
It wasn't me.
The tone is.
Listen, I'm showing up at your house. I'm calling you while at you. I have a thought while I'm at work. I'm calling you while you're at work. But it took some time though. I had to kind of calm myself down and kind of like wait. But how do you build? What's the question?
How do you build and maintain emotional closeness and vulnerability?
I always like really start with myself, because I know it's not easy for him as a man, and probably, you know, it's who he's conditioned to be and what he came out of. And even though, you know, we've been together for a while, it's still not going to be like instinctive to him to be vulnerable around me. So I always start with myself. And God has been showing up all the time. Like he'll humble me immediately when I have like a spicy response or a thought. I always kind of check myself, and I'm grateful that he's able to do that, because I don't want to be embarrassed. Right? And I don't want him to, get out of character trying to check me. Right. So I feel like God has always been like the person to do it for me before he can kind of get out of character. But it's always going to be communication. We heavily using that word, but communication.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's heavy. Communication is very heavy. I mean, like I said, I have experienced seeing some not so healthy dynamics in my family of origin, so I had to learn how to speak and address this man. As someone has said that I know, that don't talk to this man like he wearing Superman drawers. Okay, underoos. Speak to him with respect. And so I had to learn that, because I did not see that coming up, but I had to learn it. And so, wow, communication is important. But what does it look like for the both of you to truly feel seen and understood by your future spouse?
I mentioned this to her early in our relationship, and I termed the phrase blind support. So
write it down, bro.
There's an additive, whatever you want to call it, that says a closed mouth doesn't get fed. Right. Brother, if you walk past a house that's on fire and you're carrying a bucket of water, you pass that house, you are guilty. If I see her struggling, I can't be like, that's your problem.
Okay.
So if she's back to what I said in the beginning. So when I walk in and I assess the room, I'm like, all right, I gotta do something. Right? She is on 15 right now. I need to get her to like 8. Yeah. Right? I can get her down to like 8, and then we're gonna roll with that and hopefully we'll just drift off and get the numbers down. Right. So it's that, like, you're not in this alone. Yeah. And she's done well above and beyond throughout this entire relationship. I mean, I'm very, very grateful to have her in my life. But it's just that, like, I see you struggling with something. You're not in this alone. That's the end goal, is for us to be there for each other all the time. You never have to ask me for it. Right? And if I miss it, tell me. Right. I need you in this. Right. So, and that ties into the communication. Yes. Yeah. Because sometimes we can have the life blinders on and not see anything. I got this big presentation today, and meanwhile she's over there burning dinner. Right. Because she's got life blinders on too. So we have to be able to break out of that. Yeah. And just be present for each other. Like, it has to be a feeling. Like, every time I'm thinking about her and she calls me within like 3 to 5 seconds after the thought, I'm like, hey, creep. Like, did you hear that? Did you feel that? So I was telling, like, oh, what is she doing right now? What the?
Right.
I'm watching you. Right?
Now, let me ask you a question. Because you are married, like myself, you were married before. So a lot of the mistakes that you made from your previous, did you find yourself, I'm pretty sure you learned a lot about yourself probably in that state. Even so, you wasn't a believer in that relationship, but a lot of the traits, now that you're sharing with your spouse, you have the advantage, beloved. Girl. You have an advantage. And you got a good man. Did you see a lot of the stuff from your previous marriage that you said, okay, these are some of the things that I have to correct because I'm coming into this beautiful union that you're going to be creating?
So wait, with her or
from the previous, a lot of mistakes that you made
that I made? So,
like, because I hear you saying a lot of stuff, like, that's an awareness, like what you're saying with the whole, with the kids and seeing stuff like that. It's easy to ignore that as a man and be like, well, you got it, I'm gonna sit over here and just be good. You know what I'm saying? So not knowing your personality, but I know there's some things you probably learned to be like, well, I know there's some things about me that I don't want to bring into this.
So some of that is, being a worldly man. and just, oh, life happened, I throw it over my shoulder. Life happened, I throw it over my shoulder. What'd you say? I throw it over my shoulder.
Gotcha.
And then while I'm cutting peppers one day, and you say something slick, I'm like,
right. Gotcha.
Wow.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to have those outbursts. Communicating, probably not in the moment,
Gotcha.
but later on, it's just like I don't like that.
Gotcha.
Not a fan. Like,
Gotcha.
let's not say we did.
Wow.
And to me, that's a big change. I'm still a stickler. Like, when we're around the kids, we don't fight. I refuse.
Gotcha.
Not that I want to paint a false image for them, but I always want to display unity in front of them.
Gotcha.
So whatever conversations we're going to have that pertain us and the direction that we're headed, we have that conversation.
Good.
I'm not going to involve them in that conversation because they may hear it even from across the room, and that game of telephone gets real around kids because you get that brief snippet of what you heard, and now you're going to run with it. Gotcha. You may not fully understand the conversation,
right? So
now you're twisting it to your own thought, and now it becomes something it's not. And then as a parent, when it circles its way back around to you, you have to explain, and now you've created this onion that you have to strip away to get to the truth and make sure that they understand it.
Gotcha.
Wow. So, Akeisha, what does it look like for you, though, to truly feel seen and understood by this?
I think one of the things that I always needed was a gentleman, and he's just been consistent with that. So it's easy for me to be soft. It's easy for me to open up whenever, however, for whatever reason, because his responses to my emotional breakdowns or whatever is going on, it's just always just very steady, and he's always supportive, and he doesn't make me feel like I'm overreacting, even when I know I am. And in his responses, I know there's a lesson for me to, okay, maybe I should just take a step back. And he doesn't say that, but I can feel it. I feel like it's like the Holy Spirit sometimes telling me, okay, this is what you need to learn in this moment, even though I'm venting to him. But it's just, he's a safe space.
That's right.
That's what I need, and that's what I get.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. And so what does it also look like for you both to, I guess, feel seen and understood in terms of the boundaries that have to be, there are boundaries, right? For those of us who are dating and engaged. And the Lovers and Friends podcast, our subtitle is Dating and Marriage God's Way. So what does it look like for the both of you to do this dating turned into engagement, soon to be married thing God's way, for people who need to uphold the standard of God, and we know what the Bible says about the boundaries in regards to those of us who are dating and engaged. What does that look like for the both of you? Those physical intimacy boundaries.
So being mindful and just doing your best to stay upright, pun intended.
Come on.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not always easy.
No, not at all.
Sometimes you can, and you will stumble and fall. You just have to, again, just be mindful and hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing is hold each other accountable. And just, looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's been a struggle.
And that's real talk.
It's been a struggle.
Absolutely.
But I think for me, God wanted me to be around godly men and godly women who were in covenant marriages, who respected each other, so that they could tell me, that's not right, sis.
Okay.
This is what you want, this is not what you're doing.
Okay.
And a couple for us were our pastors.
Gotcha.
So having
Call me
those, accountability partners.
Shout out Pastor Nassi.
Having those accountability partners where they'll ask the question straight up.
Yeah,
they want to know all the details to hold you accountable.
Yeah, that's real.
Whereas, you know, some of your friends where they mean well, they're not there yet. So they're speaking from worldly advice. They're giving you, oh, he's a good man, girl. He look good. And all this carnal and vague stuff, right?
Yeah.
But when you speak it to people who have been there and been delivered, and you're trying to get there, you're asking them for advice, they're gonna give it to you real and raw. Yeah. You know, no feeling spared.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's what keeps us straight.
That's good.
It hasn't been a straight road. Like I said, it was very hard.
Yeah.
It was very
hard. And
I
think people need to hear that, because people always feel that because we're Christians and we have the Holy Spirit, we are tempted. We have moments where we can fall, and it's a possibility that it might happen. But the thing is not to condemn yourselves. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times we condemn ourselves after when we do that, and then other people will try to do the same. Yeah. But you got, my thing is, when you value yourself and you understand, like, okay, we still have this goal, and you know what I mean, and it's gonna be right on the wedding night. Trust me, it's gonna be beautiful. But I think a lot of times we condemn ourselves when it happens, and we fall in that trap a lot of times. But just being transparent, like, yes, it's like it can happen. Not super Christians where it can. And but is it something we condone? No, we don't condone it. But you know what I mean. At the end of the day, your pursuit is still God. You know, your pursuit is still, I'm gonna marry this woman. The pursuit is, we're still striving for the better. You know, for both of us, and that's good. The accountability piece is key, because it's key on both parts, because a lot of people say they want accountability, but as soon as you get the accountability piece, people get attitude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
This is one of those moments where when you're denied, your spirit is fine. Your flesh is on fire. Absolutely. Right? Yeah. You are a pit bull on a leash, and there's a ham sandwich right
there. Be real about it.
Right?
Be real about it.
In that moment, for those of you who are dating, I would urge you, and it's going to sound corny, don't judge me, pray in that moment. That's something that we have learned.
Can't go wrong.
It just, you know, hey, you gotta pray, you gotta walk away.
Yeah.
So, listen, sometimes you will fall and pray. Keep it real, right? You will slip.
That's it.
Right?
That's the real wrong.
But have that conversation with God. He knows what happened.
Yeah, exactly.
He saw it.
And he already knew what was going to happen.
Before it happened. Exactly.
Right, exactly.
But it's talking to him in that moment, right? Even, especially in and around that time. At least for me, I could be wrong. Pastor Ted, don't come from me.
And here's the thing, it's about our heart posture.
At the end of the day, that's
so. Shall we continue and sit that grace, that the sufficient grace of God may abound? Certainly not, right? So it's not about not falling. Right. It's about our heart posture. That's just it. God just wants us to always be aware of our humanity and remain repentant, even from thoughts before they turn into actions. Right. We are constantly urged in the Word of God to remain repentant on a daily basis. So, yes.
That's good.
Do you want to add anything else to that? You good?
Okay. So, we're about to round up, y'all. What they have shared is so good. So good. So good. But at the end, we always like to say, if there's anything y'all would like to share to whoever is dating or engaged, if there's some nuggets you would like to share with them, we give you the opportunity to share something with them, some things that would like to share for them who are maybe dating and engaged. You know, if you want to share a nugget or two, you know, you're welcome to.
Been sharing so much so far.
Yeah.
So many nuggets.
It's so good.
Any last nuggets for the dating and engaged out there?
I think you should prioritize seeking people in places where you want to be. So surround yourself with, you know, your future self, your future spouse. You know,
love that
mindset will kind of take you out of places where you probably need to get out of. You know, definitely finding the people who are going to hold your hand and not condemn you and just teach you, and not be so caught up in self that you forget to turn to God, really, because God is going to take you where you want to be. So that would be my advice to them.
That's good.
Be careful what you pray for.
Wow.
Personally, I give this testimony because post-separation into divorce, for me it was, I just want someone that understands me. Got you. Didn't like that. In your brokenness, if you ask for someone like you, you will get another broken person.
My God.
And you two will not fit that jigsaw puzzle 99% of the time. My math could be wrong, but I'm just saying my experience.
That's good.
Right?
Right.
Wow.
Find someone who compliments you. Find someone who shares a passion or is willing to share a passion with you, because that will show you their determination to get to know you, to get to know your likes, your dislikes, and it'll open your eyes to how much they're willing to support you. I'll give you an example. I love football. She doesn't like football. She is the only person that has ever worn one of my football jerseys.
Wow.
Ever.
Because of what I do in the background. I'll
Come on, beloved.
I'll ask you what you need.
Right.
I'll ask a couple questions.
Right.
You know?
So, I mean, I have to use that as an example, but find someone that is headed in the same direction as you, in that direction that you are headed. If you are here with us tonight, today, whenever you're watching, should be toward God. I heard something a while ago. I don't remember who I heard it from. I want to say it was Pastor Mike Todd. Shout out to him. You should be running your life should be running as fast as you can toward God, and you want someone who can keep up with you.
Wow.
That's good.
That's it.
That's good.
That is it. Wow. I mean, because they've been dropping. I'm just full right now.
Soaking it up.
Soaking it up.
Yeah.
Wow. We just appreciate the both of you being here with us tonight. You guys have shared
so much.
And I'm sure there's so much more to share. But you share so much in transparency and realness, and we just appreciate you both being here.
Yeah, we do.
We appreciate all that we've gained as a married couple. And I am sure that the dating and the engaged out there have been encouraged by your transparency, by your honesty, by all of your experiences. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. And you all have really kind of said a lot of what we're going to end out with. We always like to end out our segments with just letting those who are dating and engaged, reminding them that if you are dating and engaged, to continue to or start getting around sound counsel, that biblical sound community that will keep you focused and keep you accountable in your dating and in your engagement. And even those who are married, us too, we need to be around that sound biblical counsel and community to keep us on fire, to keep us accountable in loving being in love in our marriage and keeping our intimacy ever evolving. And so those are the nuggets that we always like to have all of our viewers take away with you all in regards to all that you've heard here at the Lovers and Friends podcast. And so We like to thank the Lai-Fook.
To be.
Yeah. We like to thank y'all again for coming by.
Thank y'all for your
Lovers and Friends podcast. We appreciate it. And so, as we always say, until next time, we leave you with God's peace.
Yep. Peace.
Could it be my passionate love? Could it be how I talk to you? Could it be how I lay it down? Could it be or how I look in your eyes? Could it be Lord knows I try? Could it be intimacy at a new level? Could it be best friends and we still together? Could it be the passionate love we found?